best man out at Bowie State University. That's President Mickey Vernon. Now, he has been doing a wonderful job out there. I don't know whether you've been out there, but the things that liberal arts center is out of sight. And we're going to start off with that, and then we get to the student union and some of the other things that Bowie State and all the academics you're having now. You get PhD in just about everything out there now. Welcome to the Ed Brown Show.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. It's a delight to be back on your show.
Mm-hmm. Well, start where you want. Your aide gave me it said fine performance art. You want to start with that?
All right.
It's on top here.
That's a great place to begin. Just about 1 year ago, we moved into our new Fine and Performing Arts Center on the campus. That's a $71 million facility that was funded by appropriations from the General Assembly. And it was appropriated to the university so that our students and faculty in the fine and performing arts would have the benefit of a state-of-the-art facility. And so our music students, our theater students, our dance students, and our media students have an opportunity to work in a first-rate facility that's just a beautiful building to see and to take classes in and to study in. But it's also a wonderful performance center. So,
yes, I was there the first night.
That's right. The
gala is wonderful.
The gala that we had back in November as the grand opening was just a spectacular event. And so our students and faculty are just very, very proud of that building, and we love to show visitors to the campus the facility.
Yes.
It is just outstanding. And you know, we're very proud of the fact that in addition to the facility itself, we are an all Steinway school, which means that all of the pianos in the school are Steinway, which have the reputation for being the finest in the industry.
See, a lot of people don't realize that, you know.
Well, that's right. But our students know it, our faculty know it, and they've been walking around with their chest stuck out since we opened the building, and I know it's going to help us to attract many more students to the university.
Yeah, that's the wonderful part of it. You know, when people think of the liberal arts and things that they, but the different studios that you involve in painting, not just music, but the arts are just out of sight.
That's right.
I mean, the classrooms, first class, the types of training that the youngsters get is first class.
That's right. It really is. And, you know, there are three essential ingredients, I think, to a first-rate education. First, you have to have a fine, committed faculty. And then you have to have enthusiastic, willing students. And then you need first-rate facilities and equipment. And so with the addition of this building, we have the third piece of that equation in place for the fine and performing arts at the university. And so we really are quite thrilled with it. But you know, that's the first one. We have another new facility that is being constructed even as we speak.
Right. I know. I've been peeping around there too, you know.
Good. That's a new student center. Some people call it a student union. But it will be a great new building of about $45–50 million, which will provide wonderful meeting space for students. The current student center at the university is one that we really outgrew probably 25 or 30 years ago, and did not have very much space for student offices and meeting places. Recreation facilities, etc. And so this new building, which we anticipate will be completed this summer, and we hope to move into it in the fall, will provide a lot of new, beautiful space for students, which will enhance and enrich their total Bowie State University educational experience.
Okay, now you're getting into my, you snuck this one in on me, the new science center. Now you get a new science center. See, I didn't know about that, you know. Well, I was reading my notes and they say, "Where's the science center?" I said, "I've been on the campus here, you know."
Well,
tell us about that.
You're exactly right. This year, marks the first year that the state has appropriated money to the university for planning and design for a new science center. That will be a new building with laboratory space and classroom space for our students who are majoring in the science disciplines, those in biology, studying biology and chemistry and physics. And so we...
I'm a little prejudiced. Chemistry is, you know.
Is that right? Chemistry is
that's my field. That's my field.
Well, this new building will provide wonderful space for teaching and learning in the natural sciences. And we are excited about that. As I said, this is the first year of planning and beginning the design phase for that new building. Next year, we're scheduled to receive additional money for,
is that right?
for planning and design. It's a 2-year process. And then after that, the legislature is scheduled to appropriate money for actual construction. And we are really looking forward to that.
Yes, because you know, it's amazing. I've taken people out there at your computer center. I call it the little castle. I mean, you have a terrific computer program out there. You actually now get a PhD in computer science.
Computer science is the second discipline that we offer the doctorate in, and so we are quite pleased with that. And in fact, this past December, we conferred our first doctor's degree.
Congratulations!
In computer science. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Now that is one of 2 doctoral programs that we have at Bowie State University. The first one is in education, educational leadership, and it was in place when I arrived 7 years ago. The computer science doctoral program is one that was implemented since I've been there, and so we are quite proud of that and pleased and glad to see it grow as it is.
Yes, I mean, it's amazing. You know, the first place I take people to visit, I go out to Bowie State, let them see the fine university that you have out there and the different programs that you're offering. As far as the community is concerned, too, you get involved in that, see.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your next subject here is the students, about the students, you know, more about the students in the academic program.
Well, we have wonderful students at Bowie State University, and one message that we want you to continue to carry as you show people and tell them about Bowie State University is that we are a tremendous educational value.
Yes.
Yes, we're part of the University System of Maryland.
Right.
And because of our first-rate faculty and the wonderful facilities that we're talking about, we provide quality educational programs for our students. In addition to that, if you look around, you will discover that our tuition is among the lowest in the state of Maryland.
Now you want to repeat that again?
Our tuition is is near the lowest in this region and in the state of Maryland.
Right.
And so those 2 things put together, the quality of the programs on the one hand and low cost on the other hand, make us a tremendous educational value.
Yes.
And so we want all of the people of Maryland to know about that and to take full advantage of it. We offer a lot of degree programs. We are a state-assisted institution, and we look forward to serving more and more of the citizens of the state and providing them those first-rate degree programs and preparing them for the future.
Right. And off camera, you're telling me about the athletic program. We had the athletic director on here, Mr. Goff. Give us a little more information about that.
All right. Well, we believe that a comprehensive educational experience is broad-based and offers certainly outstanding classroom experiences, but a total university education involves more than just the classroom experience, and that's where intercollegiate athletics comes in. It provides for enriched opportunity, a balance for our students, certainly for those students who are student athletes, but also for students who like to watch and who like to cheer for our Bowie State teams. And so we are part of Division II of the NCAA. We offer 13 sports, 8 for women and 5 for men. And we are competitive. We are part of the Central Intercollegiate Athletic Association, the CIAA,
Right.
as many people know it. And it's one of the best, in fact, we think it's the best Division II conference in America.
Yes.
So it's wonderful for our fans and supporters. It's a tremendous asset for our student athletes and for our students on the campus. So I would encourage, I've seen you at some of the ball games.
Oh, yes.
And so I would encourage your viewers to also take advantage of first-rate collegiate athletics at Bowie State.
Yeah, because your athletic director, he was just saying, a lot of people don't realize the production that comes out of Bowie State, CIAA, and Division II school. Bowie State at present have athletes in the pros, basketball, football. If you watched my show last time, Mr. Goff, he told you about the individuals that graduated and the graduation rate and how they themselves put academics is first. You have to qualify, and that's the most important thing. So after a youngster finishes college or pro career, he has something. Hey, that degree stays with you forever.
Absolutely.
You know where,
Absolutely.
and that's the emphasis that your program there is putting with the athletes is to academics.
That's right.
And each year, what you're doing, you're improving the program. And like you said earlier, hey, look, everybody thinks about the dollar. It costs you, $40,000, $50,000 at some of these schools. Here, you have an opportunity. You got a first-rate university here at
Right.
bargain price.
That's
That's the lowest price in the area. And the types of things and the people that they produce is just terrific. And I'd just like to take my hat off to the improvements that you're making out
Thank you.
there. And I tell everybody, I said, hey, look, let's go out to Bowie State. I take them around, and I see
we
the different
appreciate
things. Yeah, and that you are doing out there. And now what you can do is make sure your delegates and state senators and all them people get to, send some money over to Bowie State, you know what I mean? Because the programs there is for everybody. They got everything. You'd be surprised at the curriculum that's involved there. Well, okay, pardon word from the president.
Well, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to talk about Bowie State University. I enjoy doing that and could do it all day. The message I'd really like for your viewers to take away from this segment of the program is that Bowie State University is an outstanding educational value. We offer first-rate quality educational programs, low cost, and that's one reason that Parents and Colleges magazine designated us for each of the last 3 years as the best educational value. And so that's something.
Congratulations. I didn't know that.
Thank you. Yes,
that's wonderful.
That's something for your viewers and the citizens of the state to be proud of and to know about and to send us good students.
Okay.
Those who are willing to work hard and who want to be prepared for the future.
That's it. Doing a great job. Congratulations on the
sir.
job that you're doing there. I've talked to many of your staff members in different groups, you know what I mean, in the athletic department, the liberal arts, your director there, and the types of things you're doing is just outstanding. This has been Ed Brown. Hey, be back in the second half there. We got a young lady here. Hi, welcome back to the award-winning Ed Brown Show. Right now, we got something very, very special. All of you out there, sit down, because you ever heard of thermal loop? I know you've heard of gas, electric, and all this other stuff, thermal heat, and that type of thing. But we got the first right here on Ed Brown Show concerning the Thermal Loop Corporation. This is going to save you some energy, and it's clean. Hey, and it's cheaper than what we're using now. We have here Kate Thompson from Thermal Loop Corporation. And hey, look, this is something new to me too. I'm trying to find out, man. Maybe I can get somebody to come and dig my backyard up, and I don't have to pay that thermal
Yes.
for that heat, you know, because we're talking about heat in the ground. It's already there. You don't have to ship it. You don't have to worry about anything. But we're going to get more information on this from Kate. Kate, welcome
Hi.
to the Ed Brown Show.
Thank you very much for having me today.
And
I
this is
appreciate
very
it.
unique. Tell us about this
is.
Thermal Loop Corporation, how you got involved in it, and why it's better than what we have.
Well, I've been with Thermal Loop for about 6 years now. We're out of Bel Air, which is in Harford County, and we do commercial and residential geothermal systems. We can provide design, consultation,
When you say commercial and
residential.
and residential,
Yes.
that's the one people I'm concerned about. You know, somebody coming in, my neighbor digging in the backyard, he
Yes.
finds it, you know, then he tell me, hey, Ed, say, this is better than what you got.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Well, you know, geothermal, it's more efficient because you're using the heat that's already underground. It's homegrown energy. It's free, and we're just utilizing the constant ground temperature. Depending on the area, the ground temperatures are usually between 50 to 70 degrees. So geothermal uses that constant ground temperature to heat and cool your home. It's more energy efficient because you don't have to take something oil, propane. They're trying to heat your home or your building, whereas with geothermal, it goes through and it doesn't have to use as much energy to heat it because the ground is already heating up.
How do you transfer that heat into your house?
Well, you use a geothermal heat pump, and
Oh,
yes,
you have to have
you do have to have a heat pump. Now the heat pump is inside your home, but what we do is we come in and we drill what's called bores, and the bores go down in the ground. People relate them to like a water well. We're basically drilling.
Is it like a sunk
water
pump too? You know, people have these sunk pump when water comes in the basement, you hit a sunk pump.
It's a little different than that, but we drill the bores and then we install polyethylene piping down the holes. And the piping has what's called a U-bend on it. So it goes down and it comes back up. And then we use trenches and we connect this piping in through the home and it gets hooked up to the geothermal heat pump. So you're basically having an antifreeze solution inside of the piping, and the antifreeze solution gets warmed by the heat's ground temperatures.
And that fluctuates, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Isn't that based on how deep you go? The deeper you go, what do they call that place? Hell? It get warmer and warmer.
Yes and no. Really, sometimes when we go deeper, it's more or less for space. Sometimes if you're working like in a confined area, you may want to go 500 feet deep, whereas someone who has an open field and they have more space, they may only need to go like 300 feet deep.
But all of that has to be tested. And what qualifies a person to determine whether you have heat under your house so that you can drill for it?
Well, everyone has heat under their house. Really, anyone can qualify for this. There is a permitting process. You would just really need the space to be able to come in and bring a drill rig in and drill in the area.
How much space is necessary for that?
We've drilled at townhomes. Really, on 1/4 of an acre, you can put geothermal in.
This is very new and fascinating.
Well, you want to know what? It's actually, a lot of people have not heard of it, but it's
Yeah.
actually not a new technology. It's been around for years and years, and it's actually been around since the 80s. And it's actually, you know, a lot of people are trying to go green now. Everybody wants to save money, and geothermal is very efficient, and it gives you lower maintenance costs and lower operating costs. A lot of our customers see 30 to 70% savings on their energy bills, and that's because it typically uses 30 to 50% less energy.
And now this heat, I keep saying pump, but it's a heat loop that you
have both.
Actually, has been installed in your basement, and then from that you're able to get all the utilities going, you know, the stove, the washing machine, and all that stuff, the television and all of that?
Well, that's geothermal electricity, and that's something a little bit, it's still the same concept, but what we do is we mainly do the heating and cooling system. So you would get,
I deal with heating and cooling, I see.
So it would be, and actually hot water. So you would have, whereas on a conventional system you need, you know, your heat, propane, and then you would also need like an air conditioner, whereas geothermal is all in one. You have your heating, your cooling, and hot water.
All of the three items involved in one system.
Yes, that's correct.
I see. Now, something like this, how do you qualify for that? The individuals that are doing this, how do they qualify? They have a degree in chemistry or a degree in physics, or just how does this qualification go? I can't just go out and say, well, I think I'll go dig down here and find out if you have any heat down there.
You do need to be a licensed well driller. And that is something that we do through the State of Maryland Board of Well Drillers. And you would start off being an apprentice and then move to journeyman and then become a master well driller. And it typically takes about 5 years to become a master well driller. And once you have your license, then you have the license to go out and then you can drill the wells.
Actually, you're a well driller. Your license is a well driller.
As a well driller, that's correct.
And doing this, now how long did this, is it going to last once I get the drill down there? Is going to last 6 months or indefinite?
The loop piping actually has a 50-year warranty on it. So a lot of our customers that install this, the geothermal system is going to outlive them. The life expectancy on geothermal is a lot longer than a conventional system. And some of it comes in part where, like, commercially, you have chillers or boilers. Sometimes you have them like on the rooftops. They're exposed to vandalism or the environment. You have a lot more wear and tear, whereas the heat pumps are inside of a mechanical room and the loops are buried under the ground. So the loops really don't have any...
So when it snows and do all of that other stuff, inclement weather, you don't have to worry about it?
We actually did a job and they put their parking lot over top of their geothermal bore field. So when we're done, you don't even know that geothermal's there.
It's the type of thing that the average person, you know, is not familiar with. But here, we're going to have a series here with Kate and find out more about this, because we need an alternative to what we have, you know. Because what happens is that you find the gas company or the oil company, they have a domination. But hey, what are you doing? You're using the heat under the ground in your own home. And so that saves you, you're talking about saving 30, 40%
on energy costs.
On energy costs.
And then the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency has actually rated geothermal as the most efficient heating and cooling technology that's out there.
Is that right?
That is correct.
So you heard it here at Ed Brown Show. It's something more. But we're going to have a series here with Kate. She's going to tell us about this, because everybody likes to save money. But I didn't know it was that much heat under there. I knew the other place down there, you know, was supposed to be hot, you know. But here we are, we're harnessing it. This is something new. So continue to watch Ed Brown's. We want to have Kate back here and explain more how this works, and you want to get involved in it. See you next time.